So welcome back to 4 of 4 in the third trophy. We have got our Mama Dino, the dinosaur, moving, and so now what we're going to do is animate the other blocks as well. So we've got the first projectile and the second projectile. Okay, so we've got all our characters ready to be animated. So here we're going to go, and just above the pause block we want to change my sprite to projectile. Let's go and have a look to see what we want. So in here, when we drag in the animation to just above the pause block, we are going to grab an animation and drag it to just above here, and being careful. If it doesn't work, don't worry about it, because if you're on an iPad it's a bit harder to work things about and pull things around. You can do that, okay, and it's the same thing, but this time it's not my sprite. This is my projectile. This is Baby Dino, which is this one. There's all the frames. We're done, and we want the loop on, and we want the interval. We probably want the interval to be the same as Mama Dino. Let's go and see what it does now. They seem to be moving quite fast. Probably want to get this on to about 500, I'd imagine. Let's go and see what they do, because they seem to be bobbing around too much. I think that's a nice fit. Let's go and see. Yes, I think that's okay, but it's your preference really, what kind of speed you want that to be at. I'm going to bring my page over here. Let's go and see what our code is like here. So they got 100, which is what we said, right? Which is what we said. Okay, so let's go over here to the next one. Looking good. We want the car is the only thing that's not moving now. So let's go into our car, which is here. I've got it on this one. Let's go and zoom in a little bit. And again, we want it above. We've got it at 2100, so we want an animation in here, and go and drag that just in there. I'm going to pull this into my screen so we can see what's going on. Again, this is projectile number 2, so from the drop down, and then we want my assets. Go into here, go and get the car. Done. And then this one, if we look at it now as it's playing, did we have the loop on? Loop is on. Let me zoom out of here a second so I can find, no, the loop is off. I think that's probably a little bit too fast. Let's go and change this to 200 so it matches the Baby Dinos. Yes, that's a little bit better. You can change those however you like. So this one's here, this one's at 100. I think 100 is probably going to be a bit too fast because it is a car after all. Next, so now we've got this wonderful game, okay? All the values, all the numbers, scores, and what have you are free for you to change, okay? So I'm going to hit finish. We've got a trophy, we've got 3 trophies now. What we can do next is going into the tutorials. If you've gone all the way through those videos, we can go into tutorials. If you've only got to sort of certain levels, that's fine. There are loads of tutorials, but more excitingly are things like the side scroller, which we've just been working on, Shark Attack, which is really good, and this one here is like a role-play game, which is rather good, and it's from Wonder Woman 1984. Side scroller, Shark Attack, for multi-part tutorials, and these tutorials are just taking us through some very simple games, such as Chase the Pizza, which is sort of easier to make than the one we just made. Right, everyone, this is the end of the beginner skill map. If you've got 3 trophies, congratulations, and I look forward to seeing what it is you're going to make with MakeCode.